simply by being here, by creating this open democratic space, we're making a statement. The location of it speaks against the power of capital, and so by making the statement with the form of it, it means that we can focus on the content being about what's really important and about the discussions we need to have.
Capitalism is the way it is. I mean, I think you've got to learn how to live with it, don't you?
I see a sign over there, compost capitalism. If you looked at what was funding a lot of these people, it would be capitalism through benefits and things that they're getting.
Giles Fraser's intervention on day 2 was immeasurably significant. That meant that for the first time ever as a protester, I've been able to be involved in an event that hasn't been characterised as fundamentally about a tension between police and protesters. And what that intervention enabled when Giles Fraser, the loose cannon, ordered the police back on the second morning was it enabled us to show the world that this is a peaceful, constructive demonstration and that it's about creating this democratic space to which all are welcome.
We're from Australia and we've had the same movement in Australia, and in Australia they've just moved the protesters on.
So it's sort of NIMBYism, kind of, and even people who don't live in this backyard, it's that sort of mentality. It's very convenient, I think, in a lot of circumstances for us to go, well, that's really important and clearly that's kind of the right thing, but just not there, you know. And if you say, well, you know, I would love somebody to say, well, how do we change the world without things like this that are necessarily in some ways sort of disruptive? Because, you know, if you don't disrupt the normal run of things, then protest by definition doesn't work. You know, 10,000 people go and protest in a field in the middle of the countryside and no one would know anything about it. So it is in the nature of protest, unfortunately, our laws in this country do recognise this, that it does have to some extent to be disruptive.
I'd be amazed if the church was supporting them.
You know, the fact that they have been supportive of our goals, if not actually supportive of our presence, is certainly better than nothing. And to have the Archbishop of Canterbury come out and very much stand behind what we're doing and the importance of it, in addition to Jesse Jackson and Desmond Tutu and various others in the global church.
It's basically every protest movement is here, because when we look at the signs it seems everybody's protesting about something.
There are a lot of protesters who are part of this movement, have been part of the anti-war movement, have been part of the anti-climate movement, because what those people understand is that all those things are symptoms of the same basic disease which is killing us.
Well, with our sentiments of equality, peace, love, yes, I think there's very little that we would have quarrel with the Occupy movement.
I support their cause, yeah.
We should be here because it's a good meeting for worship as well. It's just some of the best worship I've ever had. It's such a settled meeting.
The key is priorities. You know, I think from a Christian point of view, there's this sort of ancient teaching that you shouldn't worship false idols, and I think the point there is that we tend to put the wrong things at the top of the tree, and really outcomes in the world are not about the things that we think are important, it's about how we prioritise what's important. And if you ask most people whether they think climate change and not destroying the environment for their children is important, they probably say yes. But when you see it on their list of priorities, it comes about number 10 or 15 in the list. And the reality is that by putting it there in terms of the priorities, it is guaranteed that we're not going to do anything to answer the level of need there is.
This is a little piece of the kingdom of God on earth, and it is an absolutely visionary idea to come and occupy part of London, and it chimes with so many Quaker principles. I think we've been feeling a lot of the things Occupy's been asking for over the past years, and when Occupy kind of came and crystallised, so many friends just went, yes, I felt this too. And I think it's really important that we come here and we show our support and solidarity